आप सभी को मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्ते. Welcome back to our third episode of Noun series. Of course, as we always begin our class, let's have a quick recap of what we learned in our previous class. Right? So let me again ask you, and again the game continues. Whatever I ask, you should try and remember that in your mind. Correct? So what is a noun? Again, noun is a word that represents, come on tell me, persons, places, things or animals, right? Now we have known this, okay? Now gender is a part of noun. So gender is the topic of our today's class. In the last class, we also discussed about common noun and proper noun, right? Wherein we read that or we learned that the proper noun represents a particular person, right? Like Ram, like Sita, like Kolkata. Whereas common noun represented nouns or the words in a general form, like Ram is a boy. So Ram is the proper noun and boy is the common noun. Now if you look at the board, you must be thinking, what has ma'am written on the board already, right? So if you see, ma'am has written boy, girl, uncle, aunt, father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, brother and sister, right? Now, like when you are seeing this, are you able to think that why has ma'am written boy, uncle, father, grandfather, brother on one side of the column and girl, aunt, mother, grandmother and sister the other side of the column? I'm sure by now you have judged this or you have been able to know why has she written. Like these are the people that you see around you, right? They're all people or persons. So first thing, you are very clear that here ma'am has written whatever is written on the board talks about persons, right? Now if you see, if we categorize them, if we put them into two categories, we see that boy, uncle, father, grandfather, brother, yes. So they are all the males you see around you. And girl, aunt, mother, grandmother, sister, they are the females that you see around you, right? So the males are categorized under gender as masculine gender, right? We call them as masculine gender. Whereas girl, aunt, mother, grandmother, sister, we categorize them under feminine gender. So these are the two basic categories of gender where we define them or we divide them under two categories of masculine gender and feminine gender. So see, there is a list which we will also be putting the link in the description box. Kindly go there and find out. You will be getting the entire list of all the masculine gender and feminine gender. Now, when you are clear about this concept of masculine and feminine, right, we have to learn this in detail. There must be one question which must be arising in your brain, like, ma'am, you told us that noun also represents animals and places and things around us. So, will they also fall under certain category? They should also have, if we see a hen, it should also have a category. It should either belong to a masculine gender or a feminine gender, right? We all know that. So now what happens is, after you are through with the concept of masculine and feminine, we learn other two types of gender also. So let us discuss that. Alright, so we understood the concept of masculine gender and feminine gender, right? So basically, as you can see, gender is categorized into four types, okay? So masculine gender represents all the males. So masculine gender, these are the noun which will represent all the males. Feminine gender, this is the noun which will represent all the females. Now common gender and neuter gender. So you are clear about masculine and feminine. We will be discussing about common gender and neuter gender in details. So now we focus on the third and the fourth type of gender, which is the common gender and neuter gender. Common gender again represents the persons around you, okay? Whereas neuter gender will represent all the things around you. Let us discuss common gender in detail. For example, I have a friend. If I told you I have a friend. So friend, as in it's like a person. Friend is a person in flesh and blood, right? So friend, now I can have a friend who is a girl, like Seema is my best friend. I can have a friend who is a boy, right? So I can say Rahul is my best friend. So a friend can be both a male or a female, right? It can be a male or a female. So the first one that we discussed is friend. So let's see. Rama said, another example, okay? Rama said that she needs to visit a doctor. She needs to visit a doctor. Now doctor is a person, right? Now I don't know, you don't know whether Rama is going to Dr. Uncle or Dr. Auntie. So if the doctor she is going to is a male, that's also a doctor, right? And if she is going to a doctor who is a Dr. Auntie, so doctor can be uncle or auntie as well. Like doctor can be a male, can be a female, correct? Banker, somebody who works for bank. I'm sure some of your mamas must be working for bank. So she is a female. So a banker can also be a male or a female. Next example, did you think anything in your mind? Let me tell you. Dancer. You are an amazing dancer, Rahul. So Rahul is a boy, okay? And he dances very well. Seema, you're an amazing dancer. Seema is a girl. She also dances very well. So dancer again is a person who falls under the category of common gender because they can either be of male or a female, right? Few more examples if we consider the Prime Minister, okay? The current Prime Minister we all know is Mr. Narendra Modi. He is a male. But do you know the first female Prime Minister of India was Indira Gandhi? She was a lady. She was a female. So Prime Minister again falls into the category of common gender because they can either be a male or a female. Currently, do you know, let's test your GK. Who is the president of our country? It is Mrs. Draupadi Murmu. She is a female, right? And we should take a pride in that. So she is a female. So president can also be a male or a female. That also falls under the category of common gender, right? We will do an activity, I think, where you will get a clearer concept on that. Now coming to neuter gender, anything that you see around you. For example, if I am holding this pen, have you seen a he pen or a she pen? No, you haven't, right? Or have you seen a table which is a boy or a chair which is a girl, right? So we put in English, we put these into neuter gender, okay? For example, a pen, a pencil, eraser, things around you, okay? Now common gender and neuter gender, I hope you are clear with this, correct? So let us proceed further and you will also let us talk about animals, okay? Or birds around you. Let me tell you, they are also categorized into masculine and feminine. Like, let's take some example. Peacock is masculine, whereas peahen is feminine. Peacock has beautiful feathers, right? And peacock is also the national bird of our country. We take another example. Stallion, which is a male horse, okay? So a male horse is known as a stallion, whereas a female horse is known as mare. We talk about, let's say, rooster. Kukuruku. Now did you get it? Rooster is the masculine and the feminine would be hen. We will be, again I'll repeat this, we will be putting a link in the description box where you will be getting a list of feminine and masculine gender. Kindly do check that. Okay, so what is Sushmita ma'am's class without an activity? That's the best part, I really enjoy doing activity with you. If you look at the board, what you see, we have enlisted few nouns here. Okay, we will be reading each of them and categorizing them into each category. The first noun that we see is princess. Okay, princess. So princess will fall under the category of female or feminine gender. Second is a desk. A desk is not a male. A desk is not a female. A desk cannot be a common gender. It's a non-living thing. So it will fall under the category of neuter gender. Then comes your sun. Sun. Let's again see, it is S-O-N, not S-U-N. Okay. Sun. Sun will fall under the category of masculine gender. Next one we see is a lawyer. Lawyer can be a male, it can also be a female. So we put this under the category of common gender. Next is lion. I'm sure all of you are doing this activity along with me. Lion will fall under the masculine gender. Tigress. Tigress, it's a female tiger. So it is a feminine gender. Ruler, ruler is a thing, right? So we put this under neuter gender, which is a non-living thing. Then comes your teacher. Your teacher can be a ma'am like your Sushmita ma'am, and it can also be a sir who teaches you in school or anywhere. So we put this teacher under the category of common gender. King, king is a male. So we put this under the category of masculine gender. A watch will be a neuter gender. Okay, this is fun. So we see that sun, lion, king, they're all masculine gender. Princess, tigress, it's feminine or female. Lawyer and teacher, they can be both, like they can either be a male or a female. So we write them under the common gender. And neuter gender, we see desk, ruler, watch. These are all non-living things, right? So if in this also, if like we can have another activity in the same way, what we can do is see masculine gender, and if I write here feminine gender. If sun is the masculine gender, what will be the feminine of sun? It will be daughter. What will be the feminine gender for lion? It will be, I just heard it, somebody said it in the house, right? It's lioness. And for king, it will be queen, correct? So the list is endless. So we will be practicing few sheets as I've already told you. Please go through these. If you have any queries or questions, you can write to us in the comment section below. And thank you so much for being with us, watching us, and we will soon see you in our next episode. Thank you so much.